Yo, welcome back to the Lum Lal Show. I'm your host, Lal.
Yo, and it's your boy, Pharaoh Lum.
And today we got a very special guest. We have the creator of our can of Lum Lal, the Lal Berry Lemonade Sour Beer coming out of CoStar Brewing.
Yes.
And the creator of this beautiful artwork is in the building, and her name is Paylee. What's going on?
Here we go.
Hey, y'all.
Air horns. You need more effects.
Yo, I'm so excited
Don
that you decided to pick up the project.
I'm happy you reached out to me because my commissions were closed. My commission's been closed for like years now.
Okay, and what made you close your commissions?
My studio got shot up.
Let's talk about that. That's crazy. Or if you don't, I mean, if it's trauma.
No, I can't. It's not trauma.
Okay.
I mean, I look at it as a very spiritual, the Sodomy and Gomorrah type thing.
Okay.
So it needed to burn.
Ooh.
Yeah, it needed to.
Sometimes I just got a message like that, literally from God the other day about how things need to die for new things to happen. And
that's how I look at it. I mean, life's been black. When I'm out in public, people are like, "I'm so sorry to hear about your loss and your condolences."
Yeah.
I'm like, if only you knew what I was cooking right now.
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
And the comeback is always under the surface. People don't always see it. You know what I mean?
So that's why this project was so fun for me because when people don't see you working and moving, they think you're just like you fell off.
Yeah,
but
they do that. They're like, "Oh, why are you?" That's exactly what they feel.
Got shot, you're not working anymore. So this was so fun. It was fun. I needed this, y'all.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely happy we could be a part of. I don't want to say the resurrection because you hear, but the comeback of everything and stuff. Because I remember seeing that online, and I was really disappointed about that.
I didn't see that, but I'm also like. My online consciousness is very low. Like stuff would be happening, and people are like, "You didn't see that?" Like, no.
Same.
When was that? Was that recent?
December. It was on the news. That's what made. So I would be like a gecko, and they're like, "Oh my god, you don't have to check out."
Oh wow! They're like, "Damn, that was you."
Yeah, you're not bad. You need this.
Take this watermelon.
Yeah, but that's good though, because I mean, it shows the level of like love that people is willing to just be like, take
and the city came through for me.
Beautiful.
I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, I did.
I think I made about $400 on Facebook, like just the money, the engagement money you get just for people like outraging for me. And I think the guy I think he got canceled. He said my peoples were going all the way back in like 5 years of his videos just roasting him. The city don't play. I learned that this is.
Yeah. And if I find out if Pittsburgh loves you, they will fight for you.
They will, and I've been doing it since I was 14. Yeah. So I've been telling people I'm going to open a studio since I was 14. So to see that, it was kind of like it was all of our studio for real,
Right. It's like, this is for the people.
We don't have that much stuff here, so we don't have that much stuff here. So I definitely
it's hard to sustain things. We have a lot of things that have happened that popped up,
but they don't stay long.
Yeah, it's hard to sustain things, and I don't really think that's a Pittsburgh things exclusively. However, we're here and we're experiencing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it is like upsetting sometimes when you have something that happens and you're like, yo, this thing is the thing, and then it's not there no more. You know what I mean? It's like, damn. Because I remember one time I was just talking to somebody that wasn't from here, and it was like, well if I slid, what we gonna do? And I started talking about all these things that just didn't exist anymore. I was like, damn, we would have did that.
We could have
did that.
Don't you be feeling washed when you be telling people plans about, and then it has not been around in a long time. I'd be like, geez, I gotta go outside.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like they made a big comeback this year as far as the stuff for the summer. Because it's been crazy all summer. I'll give them that.
They did. And I'm really proud of us right now.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of us. Yeah. Like
even making it through, you know what I mean, going to like Slappers and the Black Family Reunion, and there's not being like, I remember being online after that event, and then people was like, oh, well, somebody went home and somebody ended up getting hit. I said, listen, you can't control what people do when they leave your event, when they leave your venue.
No.
If I have something at my place and everybody comes there safe and leaves safe, that's mission accomplished.
Yeah, you did your thing.
Once you leave out, you know what I'm saying, this was going on. Like whatever's going on is like a separate issue at a separate place, but to have so many big events that we had, especially in the hood, because I already know we had 8,000 people on Homewood. I was like,
and Homewood.
There was just no way.
You have folks who would never go to Slappers, not because anything other than they have an assumption of what crowd it is, and it's not their crowd.
Yeah. I was just saying that too.
You feel me? And then they was like, well, it's down the street. So I'm a slide.
go.
I might as well.
Yeah,
I ain't never seen
They gonna
nothing like
pre-game
that.
at the 01.
Right.
They gonna slide down.
They gonna go to
And it was like,
D&D
yo,
after.
it's cracking.
Swear to God, and
Taboo
to me
to
it's
our
like,
guys.
and I know like it's weird because home was like the life, the night, almost like a little nightlife spot
It
on the
is.
east side. Now I remember growing up, like being from Homewood 14. When I asked a girl to come see me at home when I was 14, she left.
Sure.
Freak out.
Come up,
Fuck
where
yeah.
where am I coming? I'm never coming there. I had to go anytime I met somebody or did something with somebody. I always go meet them. But it's funny because now people are flocking there now for a lot
They
of the spots.
are.
But I've still never seen nothing like how Slappers was. Again.
I never did
With
either.
8,000 people.
that
I
was
was
so
just
lit,
saying
yeah.
that he been doing it for 10 years. So what
And
I
I've
got
been
from
going.
it.
We've been going
Yeah,
for 10 years.
we've
I
been
remember. I remember being in Brillo Box and there's 20 people up there, and we
I was
just
saying
like,
that.
Yep.
Remember the empty
like,
slappers and
yeah,
bangers?
like
Swear to
we was like
God.
really in
Calling
there,
people
like,
like, is it lit there? Is
feel
anybody
me?
there?
Swear to God, call somebody who out there.
Who all there?
That's
facts.
Oh, it's dead? Oh, all right. I'll go to the
And
next
he's
one.
like, oh, yeah, I'll go to the next one. But I also just want to, while we talking about it, just give them their flowers because in the era of when it happened, like there was a lot of things that happened in that era. Even our lounge, Flow Lounge, happened in that era, and so many things didn't make it out of that era.
That was the best era, that
You know
Flow
what I
Lounge
mean?
era.
It
That was
was-
my
it was-
first art exhibit. I'll never forget that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. I
First
forget-
people to make me feel like, oh, I'm a professional publisher. I'll
Oh,
always
that's
shout out
crazy.
Flow
That's
Lounge.
what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's crazy.
That is lit. I didn't know that.
I
I didn't know it was
split. I
your
had
first
no
vibe.
clue.
There's a couple people in the city right now who
Yeah.
moved here a couple years ago because of the experience they had during the Flow Lounge era.
Yeah,
And they came back and they're like, can I cuss on here?
You can do whatever.
Ass.
Yeah.
You know, like,
It's not what it was.
yeah,
It's not
because
what it
they like
was.
when I was down here with Clara and Loud, it was
Yeah.
lit. Like, and then they're like, it's butt
Yeah.
now.
It definitely hurts us a little bit because people still ask us, like, people run up on me or him every other week, like, yo, when's the next writing on the wall?
weird.
When's the,
I'm
I
like,
got,
bro,
I
I
got
don't
this
know that
club
we'll
if
ever
you
do
want to
that
come
again.
see it. I'm
Well,
like,
that was
bro.
the first of its kind of because
Yeah.
now you could find little.
we
lounges.
felt like that
stuff,
too.
yeah.
You could, but
Yeah.
at the
Like-
time,
And even the poetry scene with Fred Food and the Family doing words, a canvas of words, like
Yeah.
shit was just feeling
Yeah, it was different.
like yo, something big is about to
Yeah.
happen. Like and the thing, big things did happen, but the sustaining them. It just goes to show ownership is so important. You know
It
what I mean?
really is.
It's like you gotta own a building. And
Yeah, you do.
you low key have to own the building if you want it to last.
and you see what
know
I'm
I
going
mean?
through. I just
Exactly.
wanted. They didn't even want to fix my windows.
Yeah.
That's why I left.
It's just like, yeah. But you won't have to fix the windows, right, motherfuckers? You own the building.
You own the
They
building.
fixed
gotta
it as
fix-
soon as I left.
I
I was
bet.
about to say, I knew
Crazy,
that.
right?
I bet.
Yeah.
And sometimes they'll use, those little maintenance things or whatever it is to force you to leave. You know what I
I
mean?
think that's.
They
I
be
think that's
doing
what it
that.
was.
Yeah.
You know what? That is probably what it was.
Yeah, you see a lot of that. We seen versions of that, with Flow. There was like a lot of cooks in the kitchen. So even though we were having
cooks
like
in the
art
kitchen,
gallery parties, like you would know we have older parties or parties where people come and showcase their art and different stuff. We had younger partners. They was turned, and they're like 22. And when you give 3 22-year-olds a nightclub,
Gonna be lit.
you kind of don't know what you're gonna get. So we was having a lot of that. I would come
I'm
in
so
in the
glad
morning
we
and see
didn't
stuff.
have an experience of like extreme violence or something. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? 'Cause
swear to God.
we was close
None.
one night. One night we was real close, and
What,
I was
for real?
Oh my goodness! Yeah, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and tell that story. I'm gonna go ahead and tell that story real quick. Man, I booked it out for some people that came from the A, and they was going to do this contest. They had people rapping. And the next time they slid through, they was gonna have Netflix with them. So I'm like, yeah, we about to build a relationship. Boom, boom. So they came up there. They show was way more popping than I thought it was gonna be. I'm talking about way more. I'm talking about people was paying $100 to perform. Niggas is pulling up. I'm like, yo, I did not expect it to be this jumping. I was there with one other person who shall remain nameless. Because I don't want to do him too crazy, but
Yeah, facts.
but man, we was there and there was this nigga there allegedly from Chicago. I've heard that he wasn't from Chicago since then, but he was on some like, yeah, I just drove up here. Like before I drove up here, I just. You know what I mean? I just unalived somebody. I'm really on that right now. Eyes bugged out. He was on something. I'm like, I'm looking at him.
Smacked up,
And this,
smacked
at
down.
the time, I'm not carrying. At this time, I'm not carrying because I wasn't really thinking about it. I wasn't really like, you know what I mean? I wasn't on that. And it was like, all right, well, this nigga's tripping, and he got it on him. I see it.
I'm weak.
And the guy I'm with is like, he's scared. He's scared. Me, I'm not really scared. The thing I'm afraid of is that my club is going to be on the news tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that we're going to be like those people tomorrow. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to figure this out. And the dude, he went to the Get-Go because we used to be right next to the Get-Go, and he came back and he had a bloody face. Like somebody just beat his ass
Yeah, I
at the
remember
Get-Go.
that.
Oh my At the wasn't it the Gecko was next door?
Right
next door.
Somebody just beat his ass at the Gecko.
Oh my!
And whoever beat his ass allegedly came back into Flow. So now he's in Flow. He's clutching. He's like, move, get out the way, move. Where he at? And I'm like, oh my God, we gotta shut this party down. I'm talking to the niggas from Atlanta. I was like, bro, we gotta shut this party down. He's like, bro, they paid a nice little fee. But he's on some like, yo, bro, like, you know, this is, you know, I'm trying to get the Netflix thing. He's like, don't even worry, I got the in the trunk, and they did have a big boy in the trunk. But I'm like, now it's getting critical.
Yeah,
now
it's,
I don't want
now
retaliation.
It's a shootout. Yeah,
I want
now it's a shootout.
I
worried about like not even a shoot in. Like, all right, now there's two niggas with guns.
Right, like now there's two niggas with guns. You know what I mean? And they like, yeah, like she had like a bush that unfolded type shit. And I'm just like, okay, all right, now we gotta get this together. So I tell dude, I'm like, listen, lock the door. I'm gonna turn on the lights. I'm gonna kick everybody out. He like, nah, you lock the door. I'm like, all right, I'll lock the door. I guess he was scared to go out and lock the door. I'm like, cool, I'll go lock the door. I go up, I lock the door. Before I go to the front, I hit the lights. I'm like, you know what I mean? So telling niggas they gotta slide. Go to the door, I lock the door. I turn around, the lights is back off.
Oh my God.
I go into the room.
Yeah, I remember. Just as you said that.
Where they performing. I go into the room where they performing. And I don't even sing. I'm like, yo, where did such and such go? They're like, oh, I don't know. Tell me why for the next 15 to 20, he bolted. He left me. I finally got everybody out the spot, and then he came from upstairs, and he came down into the store, and I was like, yo, what happened? He said, bro, I ain't want no smoke, bro.
Oh, no,
I ain't want no smoke. I was like, if
crazy.
I would have got killed, you would have been like, oh, I don't know what happened. I don't know.
Swear to God, he would have said that.
On me, bro.
Swear to God, he would have said that. He would have been like, I don't know what happened. Everything just went so fast.
Swear. To this day, y'all have been like, I don't know, like, such and such said it just happened. Like, that nigga ran on me. Like, but I would say Flo was one of the most prolific eras of my life as far as understanding what is possible when it comes to art. And I feel like being able to be a part of people's story is just such a blessing.
It is. And not only that too, it created like a vibrational path. Like, wow, they're young and they got a space. So I could dream like that. And look, boom, 10 years later, you got play projects and people opening up spaces because they were able to see people their age who look just like them.
Period.
Opening spaces, So
it definitely let us know what was possible. Honestly,
it let me know it was possible. I'll never forget my first show.
So what's I know you don't want to share everything that you got going on, and I don't think people always should because it's sacred, right?
Yeah.
But what's something that you can share about what you're working on, at least how it makes you feel what you're working on right now?
Right now, I'm trying to really, really get back into like the jewelry again because I do jewelry as well, 3D printing and like CAD work. Yeah. So right now that's my focus because it's money, but there's just nobody wants to spend money in Pittsburgh. Yeah. So I am dropping a new P and everybody's waiting and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
I just want to do it big and better this time. Because it was like 4 or 5 years ago and people are still asking about them.
Yeah, I remember them joints. Them was fire.
Yeah, so I want to do something, just jewelry. Yeah, that's my focus. Jewelry. And then just more like, I want to kind of turn art into a hobby. Like like I feel like if you know, you can reach out. I'll work with you, help you. But other than that, yeah, I'm just kind of just creating to get it off right now.
Word. I like the jewelry lane because it's so, in my opinion, it's not oversaturated.
It's not. And
it seems like most people that make jewelry are going to be making like crystals or like, you know what I mean, some type of copper wrappings or something. Yeah. And your vibe is just like, I don't see nobody else doing
3D
that.
3D printing and casting.
Yeah, I don't see nobody else doing that.
It's a different era. Like I remember I got featured at the Carnegie Children's Museum, and it was like a metalwork shop, and all of the other metalsmiths are like hand bending, and me and my sister, we print. So it's like we just didn't feel like real metalsmiths. Yeah.
Well,
I get what you mean. Like a new kind of like, because it's really just graphic design, really. Just taking your craft, printing it out, and just casting it, and you're really just filing it down like a nail, like acrylic. So
that's hard though.
Yeah, people don't really get how easy it really is, but it do make me feel like I'm not real sometimes.
Where do you get your Where do you get your inspiration as far as like the designs and everything you do? Because I know a lot of the stuff I've seen you post, it seems like it's real 90s, 80s, hip hop, New York. eccentric, for real, which is definitely my lane for I came
That
up
actually
on.
is the lane. My dad's from New York. He's from the original LES, like where the projects are.
Okay.
Not the yuppie area now.
Okay.
And when I was a kid, my dad, he was just, he's in the streets and stuff, and he just was known for buying jewelry all the time. Like every time we see my dad, always name jewelry. And I remember my dad went to jail, and I was attending school, and I didn't have no name jewelry. But I just remember always having it, so I started kind of like making my own jewelry in Girl Scouts.
Oh, okay.
But just really inspired by my dad in the 90s, New York. Like the door knocker era. You remember that? Like my aunts, they got pictures of like these crazy funky door knockers.
The earrings on you. Them
and
crazy,
stories about how somebody in like the Bronx snatched it off of them and stuff. So just the stories I heard from my aunties about being them girls with the jewelry. It kind of got passed down.
So that's interesting hearing that, because I can completely see that on your aesthetic.
So
that makes a lot of sense. Definitely, especially from everything I've seen, and I definitely relate to that too, because that's kind of like how I fell in love with like rap. When I got older, obviously like getting a little bit more into the streets and selling certain shit, I started to relate a little bit more towards the trap dudes. But when I was younger though, it was all Hove, DMX, like even. Shoot, man, like everybody from up New York, Wu-Tang, Rough Riders, that whole era, Eve, you know what I mean? That's what I was raised on. And that whole aesthetic was just always, even the first time I seen Rakim, I didn't even know who he was, but he just had such an aura about him. I was just like, it was just a shot of him on the block, and I remember he did like this, and like 50 dudes just kind of backed up in like choreography, and it was in black and white, and I just remember thinking, who the fuck?
I get the chills when I hear about Rakim, because he had all the gold. He was fly.
Rakim
was fly.
He set a standard of being creative in rap. I don't think that before Rakim, people were consciously thinking about how to be creative.
They weren't.
Rap. They weren't thinking about how to be fly, how to be, and it was all real fly shit. That's what it was kind of, it was from disco fly, and then it turned into like hip hop fly. But I think Rakim set the standard for creativity.
Yeah, he did.
And it was just like, okay, now I gotta approach it different. Like my cadence need to be different.
I think he was the first rapper that came out that people listened to and thought like, I gotta step my shit up. I gotta.
No, you're right.
Yeah, he kind of set a standard for that. And I would say my music influences are the same, but they're different. So like I would say the first person that I really thought about in music was this drummer from Pittsburgh, jazz drummer called Art Blanky. Because my dad used to play jazz a lot, and I didn't know that people from Pittsburgh made me. There's a part a moment in your life where you realize that you can do something. Or this isn't that far away.
Oh, like,
you know what I mean?
I know how I can do it.
Art Blanky from Pittsburgh, jazz drummer. Okay, so we was listening to Art Blanky album, boom. And then when I started really listening to hip hop for myself, the thing that stood out to me wasn't just like people, it was cadences. Like I like fly. That's why I loved Nelly when he first came out. He ain't sound like nobody.
Yeah, he didn't.
Yeah, what you gonna say?
I like cadence too.
Yeah, cadence is like
cadence is important.
It's very important.
And then there was an era where everybody's cadence was just different.
I remember that.
Nelly, even T.I., shit, like everybody just came like with their own different, and so that was what really inspired me about just making music.
I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah, cadence is important. I love the era when everybody's cadence is different, because I hate when a certain cadence catch and everybody start doing it. Like there was a good year and a half where everybody was rapping like Ace Hood, and everybody's like, "What you mean?" I'm like, "You remember Hustle Hard?" Yeah. For a year and a half, all these niggas was saying something with the something and something and something. Every rapper, I'm like, "Yo, this is."
And then everybody sold Big Sean's flow.
I remember that too.
We gonna ball, Kivo.
Okay. And I hate that, because the best thing about hip hop is that like diversity. The best thing about hip hop is that like there's a Gunna and there's a Jay Electronica, there's a Lil Uzi Vert, and then there's like a Click. That is the best thing about hip hop. You know what I mean? Like literally from the same cities. People try to fight that so hard, like, this ain't hip. Like, let it.
I hate that about our city too. Because like people would be like, "Oh, listen to my music," and I'd be like, "I'll listen to it," and then it just sounds like a booted version of someone who was like booted version of someone who was lit 10 years ago. And it's like, so we'd be like, "Oh yeah, that Pittsburgh sound," but it's like,
what is the Pittsburgh sound?
Yeah, what is the
how would you describe the Pittsburgh sound?
The Pittsburgh sound, I got two opinions.
Okay.
The original Wiz Pittsburgh sound, that original playing around board, you just post them real quick.
Okay.
And then I got the my opinion, I'm just going by girls. I feel like all the girls sound the same.
Okay.
So they got a certain like all the girls rap like that.
I get what you mean.
So it's like
Yeah, and I think that kind of comes from the overall, like, what's happening in other cities, and we try to distill it down, and it kind of, it kind of turns into that.
I think people try to run from their accent a little bit, hear too much. I feel like they hear other people's stuff, and they start being like, "I'm gonna do an Atlanta song.
Very distinct.
I'm gonna do a New York song. I'm gonna do a LA style song." But a lot of times they don't really rap like them. I feel like what makes a lot of other rappers stand out is that they're gonna give you exactly who they are. Yeah. That's what made Wiz stand out, and what made him, when he first, was coming up with Grow Season and all them Prince of the Cities, that he was rapping like a nigga from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he was.
Like a certain accent is what makes shit stand out. Like I had 2 homies from Detroit, and my main thing with the rappers from Detroit, I'm like, damn, like my niggas is from the hood, so like I didn't know no niggas that rap from Detroit that ever sounded like my niggas until recently. And all these new niggas came out like T Grizzly and Vezo. I'm like, oh, these niggas sound like the niggas I know from Detroit. And that actual different representation of Detroit got me tapped back into their music. Like, this is their cadence. This is okay. I didn't hear the hood side of Detroit till now. No offense to Royce the 5'9",
even
like him, but
even the style of beat. No, because Royce the 5'9" is an amazing rapper. Amazing. However,
he's like sci-hi for Detroit.
Right. And this new era of like style, or not even new era, but the era of style that we're getting right now is definitely distinct. It's like nobody else sound like them.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Chicago had their time too.
Yeah, they did. That was a time.
Yeah, Chicago
was a time, man.
How y'all feeling about that Wisconsin Milwaukee sound right now? That she was a fairy.
I think that I feel like it feels similar but new. Yeah. Like it kind of feels like if you were listening to No Limit, it reminds me of something that would have came out of No Limit.
Thanks for putting that out.
A little bit, like, but you would have to really be like, have listened to No Limit a little bit to kind of feel like I could hear her on No Limit 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But I like it. I mean,
they look like they're down there having fun.
Yeah, that's really what it looked like.
Like people go down there and dance. They rap and dance.
Dancing. Okay, yeah.
That's one thing I like about the Milwaukee rappers is that they rap and dance.
And dance.
And Milwaukee, that ain't had no.
I ain't never heard of no Milwaukee other than the cheeseheads.
Yeah, whoever come out, she the one. The one who come out, like they gonna put the whole state on.
Yeah, Maya P. And then there's Certified Trapper, he the one who put them on.
Yeah, he's from Milwaukee.
Where it's like down. That sound is very weird.
Yeah, but I mean,
but it's good. It's different. I mean,
that's another thing. Having a producer kind of solidifies you to have the ability to have a sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely does. Especially when you're working with a consistent producer like all the time. I'm telling you, it helps build a different type of
because the producer getting your bag and you getting producer's bag, and y'all get a synergy going, and that's how sounds are born.
They play off each other. Like I was talking to Cabana the other day. I definitely think us working with each other, kind of like how I rap and how she made beats, kind of influenced each other when we was working all the time. We were the first people we ever worked with one-on-one. First time we went out of town was me and her. You know what I'm saying? Doing a lot of different shit. And I definitely know hearing those beats and hearing certain shit always affect me. Because one thing I'll definitely say that captured me, like I said, I came up on the New York shit, but man, that fucking Southern production stole me when they came. Like, I didn't know why Jeezy was as hard as he was. I could not explain. I'm listening to the songs like, this nigga ain't really
I'm in my Jeezy era right now.
Like, yeah.
In your Jeezy era?
I am. I'm going to his Black Tie. In Cleveland on September. I got a whole...
That's hard.
I vibe with that. He know I stay in my Jeezy era. I don't know if I ever left. Like, I don't know if I ever left.
I'm new. I was Gucci Mane.
Oh yeah, I love Gucci too. Like that was the main argument on Homewood in the early 2000s.
I was listening to both. I didn't really play in any part in the beat.
Jeezy, that's some grown woman. My mom was listening to that. She driving and listening. I'm like, nah.
Oh yeah.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I love Gucci too. I was about to request Gucci. We had to do with the speakers next to us at Barrel and Flow. I was getting ready to request some Gucci so bad, but niggas always tell me I'm ghetto all the time.
Gucci though. His vibe was not Gucci. He was playing. He was playing some R&B shit, but he was playing some horror R&B shit.
I'm the nigga who's gonna play Gucci when it's inappropriate.
I remember somebody came up to me and asked me to put on Chaperone before, and they seen the vibe wasn't that, you know? Yeah. So at least you cared to not be like, I'm going to read the room right now.
Yeah, I looked around. I was like older black ladies dancing. I'm like, you know what? Let's keep it R&B.
Yeah, he was over there playing he was over there playing like he was playing throwbacks and new shit. So he would play like some Lucky Day, there's some Brian McKnight.
He asked me if I wanted a request too. I'm like, nah, if I say swing my door on, then it's going to be a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. You should just ask me like Wayne Wonder, man.
Wayne Wonder always cool.
Love me a good Wayne Wonder. Saddest day of my life.
What's one thing that you feel like you would like to see happen in the art scene in Pittsburgh in the next like year and a half?
I'm a little scared. Because the last time
It happened?
The last time I spoke, it was in the city paper, and a certain group of people, they were really, really mad at me. But I did check them about it, so I'm going to say it again. You know, I feel like I wish the art scene in Pittsburgh was more inclusive to the black people, the actual black people. Okay. No offense, not saying, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. I know what you
mean.
I'm wondering how they did.
Because like my friends, because they're just happy. Anyway, they're just, some people are just, they think they run the art scene in the city, and you can't say certain stuff unless you get the permission to run it by them, you know? And I don't play by those rules. I'm from Wilkesburg. Yeah. And I'm not from, you know, the East Liberty area. And I feel like they only let artists from like the East Liberty area really shine. Does that make sense? Yeah. I say that because a lot of my friends, they're from the hood and they love to make art, but they're scared because they're like, I'm too ghetto. I'm too black to be in the artsy scene.
I get what you mean.
Like aesthetic wise, they don't even be thinking it's possible.
Even socially, really.
We talk about that with hip hop and shit too. Even in the city, there's the people who are kind of like artsy, who are more thinking like they may have guitars on their shit, jazz on their shit, and they kind of rapping about more, I don't want to say higher level, but higher level of thinking shit. Yeah. And the trap niggas, which I love too. I'm cool with a lot of them. I'm cool with a lot of the trap dudes too, but I feel like it's almost like the scenes are separated.
That's what I want to see
more.
Don't know. I feel like Ari is doing that right now. That's why I really love what he's doing. He merging them. But that's something I want to see in the next year. I want the black people to be able to be black artists. Like, Pittsburgh's good with black representation, but a lot of those people are really, really, really mean if you're too ghetto. Like, I don't, for sure. As a black girl, you don't really see me at the art events because I don't feel like I'm like represented. I feel too ratchet. I feel too black for art events in Pittsburgh. I really, really do. So that's why you see me out dolo a lot. No, I know you'll always see me by myself. I just don't feel like I'm woke enough.
No. I mean, and the crazy thing is, I mean, when you go to them, like, it ain't a woke vibe for real. Like, not to say that. I get what you mean. Like they some people hold their nose up like it's like that, but they don't be like
They're
that.
tight-lipped. Some of them are tight-lipped. But also, I'm only going based off of my experience I had 10 years ago with one of our tastemakers in the city. So I'm just a little traumatized, you know? So I would want to see that a little more because you got to understand, you're loud. So you're one of the tastemakers here. They're not going to bring that your way. Yeah. And they're not going to bring that your way either. I get what you mean.
Yeah. So you feel like they might be looking, because to me, I know you as a peer, as a person that's been in the scenes, but I get what you mean where there's a section of the scene that you haven't participated in a certain way and you don't feel welcome.
I don't feel welcome. Yeah. I feel like I'm too black for the black people in that scene.
Yeah. And I get that because the black people in that particular aspect of art world are looking to secure grant money.
That's it. There you go.
And when you need grant money, you have to appear in a certain ghetto way. You gotta, you know what I mean?
Everything. Wow, thanks for clearing that up because I'm a bootstrapper.
But you know, Pittsburgh art lives off grant. Like we are on life support, and the life support is grant money. If grant money dries up, the Pittsburgh art scene will be like a tumbleweed.
It's crazy because I cannot get a grant to save my life. I'm a bootstrapper.
Well, we can't. It's not that we can't. Let's take that back. We can't get grants. We just haven't got one yet.
You know what it is? Actually, I could get grants. I'm not kissing nobody's ass. I'm sorry. I'm not.
And the grants
I know what you mean.
Like
kissing ass.
You got to. You got to kiss that ass.
They be like, oh, we'll give you this $10,000, but you got to have this. And I'm sorry. No. So you know what, you're right.
Yeah, like
it's the grant money. Like, and
it's really weird because I was about to say I was trying to get a grant, and we don't really talk about ideas and shit like that. But there's like a doc series. I'm just trying to kind of work on.
Not too much.
There's a doc series I'm trying to work on. It was called. It's featuring black women predominantly. Okay. And the title is about black women. And one of the things when I was trying to get a grant that just made me not even want to talk to these people anymore. The first thing they asked me was like, all right, we definitely would like to talk more about the grant, but is there any way you could feature somebody else besides black women?
See?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
let me give you 2 examples of why you should be very wary, though. I'll give you 2 great examples. There's a woman who I know because she worked at the high school I was working at, and then I knew her just because she was doing a lot of community work around real estate and home owning. Her name is Billy. She brought an idea to
Black girl Billy, Vic's sister.
I don't know who Vic is.
That's Soldier Vic's sister.
Okay, I didn't know that. But you know what happened over at
what they did.
What's it called? Construction Junction, right?
Yes.
Right. She brought an idea to them, they said, I don't really know about that, and then they went ahead and did her idea without her, right? And then said, well, you can pay us to have the back room while we do your idea in the front room.
In the front room.
What?
Yeah,
and another example, and I don't want to throw any opinion that is wrong about what I heard recently. So I'm just going to state it plainly, and I don't want to pick a side because I don't know, okay? Yeah. But what I did hear recently in the last 2 days was that, slappers was so jumping, they had to kind of reconfigure where they're going to do slappers at, right?
Yeah.
But I heard that one of the spots on Hamilton is now going to do their own block party, which is fine. However, it's kind of riding off of what just happened at Slappers 2 times in a row. You know
it is.
So I can't be mad at someone having a block party. However, the timing and the situation of it really feels the same way as Construction Junction. You get me?
That's the city though. You gotta be careful with your ideas.
Yeah, you did.
We talked about flow. We didn't say nothing. There was mad. Y'all niggas know there was mad flows when Flow closed. After Flow closed, y'all were throwing our parties for a year.
They were. They still are.
You were throwing our parties for a year. No, I'm like, all right, well, I've never seen any of these before we got here. Now we going out, everybody popping up with one.
No,
and
I promise that's very true.
That's true.
I was there.
Like, the only thing,
you know what I mean? So
I try not to take credit from a lot of things because I don't really enjoy taking credit, to be honest. I enjoy collaborating. That's what I enjoy. Yeah. However, if there's one thing that I will say I would take collective credit as all people who have participated in Flow for is we were the first, I won't say the first, but we were the hip hop act to introduce the need for everyone to have a band. When we started performing with a band, after that, every single person popped out with a band.
Can I be honest?
Okay.
Anytime I would see an R&B dude, I'd be like, you should have a band like Lum.
Yeah. I'm telling you, everybody
so I was definitely
popped out with bands after that.
You definitely started that.
It was just like,
you started that.
Yeah. And I remember being apprehensive. I remember when they first came to me, they're like, yeah, we gonna have a band. I'm like, nigga, man, this shit ain't going, man, we ain't even paying us. How we gonna pay? Man, it took. And that's another thing that's more so in the black centric, how they like try to fade you out, because before we had the band, we was having super issues trying to get booked. After we had the band, and even after we didn't have the band anymore, no fucking issues. We had the band, people in the city willing to pay us $1,000 a pop, $500 a pop just to come perform.
Well, I will speak to that though. I will speak to that. The $1,000 and $500 a pop was extremely rare. People were trying to underpay us as a group, trying to underpay Clara as an individual. They were underpaying like a motherfucker. Like I'm talking about. Yo, you come up with a band, like, we got $150 for you. $150? There's 5 of us.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, they wanted y'all to split $150?
Swear to God.
And here's the bad part. and I don't want to say the bad detail about that. It was the niggas that wanted us to split $150.
No, it was the white folks, too.
Really? But I remember other festivals I remember doing.
Man, you go perform up at Mr. Smalls, and this is no smoke or no shade to Mr. Smalls, but at that time, niggas was still trying to be like, yeah, sell some tickets and that's your payment. Sell some tickets?
Yeah.
Bro, and I get it. The pay-to-play shit, I get why people do it. However, let's not pretend that it's not a scam.
But it is a scam. But that was my point. That was my original point with bringing up the band. The separation with that is, you got a band, now we're going to talk to you. If you don't have a band, which means you're basically a traditional rapper, you damn sure have to pay to play.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying. The difference is where you can kind of see like how it's racially based, because most rappers are going to come up there with a DJ, with a, you know what I mean, a USB drive.
I mean, but even
you can have the exact same music, the exact same following, the exact same everything with a band, and they're way more willing. The people who did pay us however much money, $5,000, a couple $1,000, they're way more willing to pay $5,000 to 5 people than $200 to 1 person. Is what I'm trying to say. For basically what could have been the same.
Quality over quantity, which I can respect, but you know, it's hard because the venues don't really respect black music and black art, like you just said.
Yeah, they don't.
And we don't really have a lot of venues for real. Like your sound man been the same sound man, and he's a shitty sound man, and he don't really like.
And he don't care.
He's like, yo, can I get some more in the in-ears? Can I get some more in the stage monitors? And that's the max it goes up to. It's not though.
They just don't want to mess with it.
Yeah, shout out to the sound men that actually be like, because there is rare. That's to bring up a rarity we was talking about now. I'll do it now. Like, there is the rare sound men that be into they shit. Where you happen to find a dude who been a 20-year musician. He's like, oh, what you need? Okay, I got it. And I'm always, And it's crazy because you always so happy because those are so rare in Pittsburgh. And when you find one, you be like, yo, my show might actually be.
Right. I need to book you. I need to like, pay you.
You hear about that new little organization they got called? It's like Tech something. It's like it's created for literally teaching like the youth sound engineering, and it's like across from old studio, and they paid them too.
For real?
Yeah, they paid them. They be sponsoring events and stuff. You gotta get in with them. They're really good, but it's like a sound engineering program.
What area?
Brownsville Road.
Oh, Brown.
I think it's black owned too.
Okay, I'm gonna put that on the screen.
Yeah. Y'all should look into that. Good sound engineering.
Because that's an art too.
Yeah,
that's
it's like
art.
Tech 29 or Tech 25. Something like
okay, and that's an art. That's an art form.
It is.
That's definitely an art form. It's a necessity.
It's a necessity.
People telling us to mix our shit right changed a lot of shit for us back in the day. I remember the first submission we had probably over 10 years ago when we was super young. Sent the song in and we just knew, this song gonna go. This lady sent back, it ain't really mixed correctly.
We're like, mix? What does that mean?
Whole group said mix.
How you mix?
Mix. And for the rest of our life, searching for that fucking perfect mix on all the music and shit now. I remember that.
Shout out to the sound engineers.
I'm about to start my career as a mix engineer. I actually just set up my platform for it today. So I'm about to start, commissioning mixes.
Wait, are you really?
Yeah, I've been mixing.
This nigga been a fucking mixing this career. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. I'm about to start my fucking career. And I'm about to start my career as a rapper.
I was like, why are you starting today?
No. So I've been doing it. But I've been I don't know, critical of my ability. I've practiced on myself for so long. And just recently, I was mixing these songs, and I have a mentor. Shout out to everybody with a mentor. Go get you a mentor.
Yeah,
if you don't have
believe
a mentor,
in that.
Go get you somebody that's better than you at what you're doing, and ask them for help. You know what I mean?
Business, all that.
Facts. So my mentor, Mickey Shiloh, she connected my music to some serious engineers to get some feedback and see if they can work with me, and it was all like, there's nothing wrong with this. Like, what's wrong with him? I don't know. He's in his head.
Thank you.
And I was like,
no, stop. Stop.
That's a real artist.
Stop.
That's a real artist.
I want to announce to the fucking public, you don't know how many fucking songs didn't come out or was not supposedly ready because this nigga was talking about, nah, bro, I'm like, nigga, I'm listening to other music. Them niggas ain't mixing like you. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm so happy because I've been trying to tell this nigga he been top tier for fucking years. I don't ever want to hear you tell me that you ain't top tier mixing again. Sorry. This been a 10-year argument with this nigga about his mixes. Because after that happened with that lady, he figured it out 3-4 years later. We was good. And then it's been up and up and up in levels ever since. But as far as the standard, you had the industry standard years ago, bro. Years ago.
But like back in like 2017, 18.
I just didn't feel that way though.
I get it. I'm an artist. I'm sitting on like.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on lots of work.
You feel me?
I'm talking shit. I got 2 albums worth of. We got mad shit. We got mad music.
Yeah.
A lot of shit.
That's how it is when you're an artist.
I swear,
it is like that.
And you really care about your shit.
Yeah.
And them those babies. Like when you don't care, you also throw some shit out there.
Yeah.
But when you really care, you be like,
You be holding it for a minute.
You holding it. You don't really know how you want to deliver it and shit like that for real. But yeah, I'm happy. And that's crazy. That's the plus and the advantage of having a mentor, to have those people to bounce off of.
To be like, you're thinking too much.
Yeah, like you're thinking too much. Your shit hot. If these dudes mix people for X, Y, and Z, and they telling you that, then you know that's a fucking fact.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's why I was like, all right, we're going to tap in. Do you feel like there's projects that represent you as a human, as who you are, that you're proud of more than other projects per se?
Yeah. There's like 3. There's a project that I did. It was called The Chocolate Factory. It was like my early career. And it was like, it's when I started really loving, like, hey, I'm really good with editing and retouching black skin.
Beautiful.
So it was like me turning her skin darker and just making these like women who were like kind of embarrassed for being really dark, feeling like they're like African goddesses. Like, so I started editing like that. And yeah, I mean, I was getting booked for that. A lot of the women are like, you make us look good. So I'm so proud of my Chocolate Factory project. And then there's another one I did. It was a mental health one. I collabed with.
I remember that one.
Yeah, Elizabeth Green and Erica. Erica. They spray painted like different mental healths onto the models. And this was like 2016. It was a long time ago. I think Huffington Post picked it up. So I'm real proud of that.
Fire.
Because again, I'm like new, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just
But that's what art is.
That's what art is.
It's like we tend to feel like we have to be like with me in the mix, and you tend to feel you have to be experienced and you gotta have the resume and like. But that's what art? Art is creation. What resume are we talking about here? You know
I hate when people be like, send your resume. I'd be like, can I just send a pic or something?
Like a resume is crazy.
Tell me the locations that have celebrated you, and it's like, nigga, like I do this. Like, you want me to do it or not? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I seen that you also work on doing time capsules, and I'm wondering what goes into a time capsule and how do you approach making a time capsule for someone?
When you say a time capsule, what do you mean?
So I seen on one of your socials that you did custom time capsules, and I didn't know if that was like a certain type of jewelry piece or if you were making like a time capsule.
It's more so the 90s thing.
Okay.
Because people at the time when I started doing the 90s jewelry, it wasn't really a thing. I'm like, this is a time capsule, because it's a collection. It's a piece of like, I'm redoing pieces that, how did they make that back then?
Right.
So and little stuff like that. They wasn't wearing it like that. So more so like that. And then I'm an archivist too. So when I say time capsule, everything I do is like, everything I pick up is that's a so and so and so and so. Like I name drop. You know? That. Yeah. So with that being said, I'm an archivist, and that's kind of how I do my collections and approach my art. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
You have like a favorite piece from the '90s as far as like all the iconic chain pieces that people had? Like, what would you say your favorite piece is from around there?
It's between those two big knuckle plates and the big ropes I rock. And then the Cartiers, I collect Cartiers, but I really like them old school ones. The Detroit ones though.
The Detroit ones.
My niggas would be here going crazy if they fucking heard this shit. I told them Cartiers, boy. I told them. They talk about that shit all the time.
I'm going through a Panther era right now, but the 90s New York Cartiers and then the Detroit 90s buffs. That's my favorite. I just like all of that. The ropes, the buffs, all of that.
Jewelry was definitely fun. It was fun, and it was a different era of jewelry because I think that jewelry was kind of like now it's more like an accessory. At that point, I felt like it was you plant your outfit around your jewelry.
True.
In the 90s, now your jewelry accentuates the outfit. But back then it was like your outfit gotta fit the jewelry. You know what I mean? So it's like,
especially in the 90s, niggas saved up, got that one piece. And I'm gonna rock this piece. Rope? Now let me plan around. I'm planning everything around this rope. Every single thing.
I remember when I was a kid in New York, they had these little stores. They got stores in New York where they're just rope owls. You just pull it out and cut your rope off.
That's crazy.
So it's like that's like a necessity. Wow. Back then it was, I guess.
I still feel naked without some jewelry on. That's hip hop culture though. For real. And then the day, all the people I watched growing up, you always gonna have a little jewelry. Rockefeller chain, no limit.
I'm starting to not like jewelry no more to wear it.
Well, your taste is changing.
It is, and I still love it. But like people would be like, "Where's your grill?" And I'm like, I just didn't want to wear it today.
And
like this is heavy.
It is. It is.
So,
and jewelry, I feel like for example, in our culture, jewelry is something that you give. Most of the time, you give to a baby. Like you get your ears pierced as a baby.
Yes,
you get your ears pierced young, and it's like you didn't had, your ears pierced your whole life, and like. I didn't have my nose pierced for so long. I forget that I have it until I look in the mirror. I'd be like, "Oh, damn, I do that."
My nose
I don't even really be thinking about it.
I think we're about to be back in a generation where people aren't really gonna like jewelry again. Remember that era where it was like people were like, "Oh yeah, a real man doesn't need jewelry." You remember that era?
I do.
I kind of remember that era.
I do remember that era.
However, that argument don't never make sense only because the real men of every era had jewelry.
They always said. They always said whether it was a little cuff, what
that came in between the super long chains and these.
I don't care if you was an HVAC worker. You had a little gold chain.
No, I'm telling you, that came in between the super long chains and these. Because you remember back in the day, I used to have all my chains were opposite of this. They were all like this low as hell, my belly button.
I'm about to make a low chain.
Low chain.
I'm about to bring that back.
I would have went crazy if I'd have seen myself with this chain back in the day. Like, what the fuck is that? Like,
why is that so tight on your neck?
Right up there. But now if I had a chain that was if this was hanging down here, I would look so stupid right now. You know what I mean? Just because of how jewelry is.
No, you know what? I'm bringing chain hang low back.
No, that was yours.
Watch.
But also people used to wear bigger clothes in general. So it was just like
it just made sense. Bigger. Imagine a little skinny fit what he's wearing with
a big ass chain. Like,
yeah, bigger clothes, bigger chain.
I was just talking to my dad. He used to call me like, "Yo, what size jeans you wear?" I wear 42. Cool. I'll be over there with some 36s.
42 is crazy.
I did not wear 42.
I never wore 42.
He did not wear no 42.
My dad used to be mad as hell. Come put the jeans up to me. Boy, you fucking lying. You don't wear 42.
What the fuck you talking about?
36s.
I'll be over there with some 36s.
All right.
How has been your social life in the Berg?
I ain't gonna lie, I don't have a social life. I think I'm regressing.
Okay.
I think that's a real thing. Side note, I'm kind of regressing. I think I'm going nonverbal. It sounds crazy.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
No, CPTSD imitates a lot of neurodivergent symptoms. So I am actually going nonverbal.
Okay.
Not that kind of I just don't like talking.
You don't like talking? Okay.
I enjoy
We're taking
spinning.
you out your comfort zone today.
Yeah.
This was huge.
Okay.
That's why I got my fan.
Hopefully therapeutic, you know.
Very therapeutic. I can't wait to talk all week.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
Talk all week.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, my social life is good. A lot of my friends don't live in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
So, and then I feel like Pittsburgh is just, I create a lot. Like I'll go to work during the day and my mom, and I stay up all night doing whatever project I got next. So I don't really have a lot of time to be social. No one's up at that time.
Yeah.
I work for the government, so I don't want to talk to those people. No offense.
Right.
And then my algorithm on Facebook is literally curated to where it's only positivity. So you know, I don't really have a lot of.
Well, it doesn't sound like you're like. It sounds like you're just locked in.
Yeah, but I don't like talking. If you were to, people, I'd be like,
I think that though, because like honestly, in the moments that I be locked in, I find myself avoiding social contact that has no meaning.
Yeah.
I find myself avoiding it. Like I just find myself not wanting to even engage when I'm locked in. Like if I have a purpose and I have a mission, I'm thinking about something, I don't really want to do all that.
Yeah, if it's not on the vibrational path,
then
it's just like, why I'm going this way. That's going that way. Like I'm old enough to know better. Like I just, it's not really gonna help.
You know the vibes and you know the energy. I will say I recently took a trip to LA. And,
how was that?
It was beautiful. It was a wonderful experience. It wasn't my first time, but it was my first time going there with a purpose. Every other time I went there, it was just like to kick it. You know what I mean? They came out to kick it with this person, kick it with that person. This time it was like, okay, I'm going with this purpose of doing X, Y, and Z with music on Wednesday, and I'm doing X, Y, and Z with music on Thursday, and then I'm doing, you know what I mean? And I will say that the social interactions that I had there were very fruitful. Like I really met people that were really doing things that I needed to figure out more about.
Good.
And I really made connections. Good. And I'm realizing that when you're on your purpose, your social life kind of has to have your purpose included in it.
That might be
or else
it.
It'll suffer a little bit.
That might be it. And I'm just, you know how everyone's having fun in Pittsburgh right now. I'm not. The only thing, like it, let me tell you, I've only been to Barrel and Flow.
Okay.
Since all of that stuff, and maybe I went down to Juneteenth with my kid, and we got a little blanket, and I made sure we sat in the corner. You know, but other than that, I don't. Are we having fun? I don't think that if I would have went to any of these events, that I would be having any fun. But I travel the world.
Okay.
You know, so there's a difference.
You ain't gonna have too much fun doing something.
She said I travel the world.
Yeah, so there's a difference. Like, I don't. You know,
No, I understand. I understand. Because I mean, I think that sometimes people are desperate for fun. You know what I mean? And some of the events that we have will give people who are desperate an opportunity to experience that fun. But for someone whose fun looks different, it won't be necessarily fun for them.
That might be
you know
it.
what I mean? Because
I definitely can agree with that. I can definitely say about going to Slappers and kind of being other places and being like, wow, this damn sure ain't Pittsburgh. It probably was the only event out of the year that would have compared to anything that would have happened.
Oh, for sure.
There's nothing else that really was going to go on here that's really going to be comparable to when you're even in D.C., New York, doing some shit for real. Atlanta doing some shit for real. Yeah. They did a good job, but I'll give them credit because like it takes a Herculean effort to pull some shit like that off there. Yeah. And I give them more credit for kind of canceling. Like I was telling them, I'm like,
making a smart decision.
The money. But most of these niggas ain't gonna be that smart.
It was Barrel and Flow weekend too. It wasn't just.
They could have really got new money.
They could have got new money.
Brand new money.
He would have been up.
They had it.
But
it's on pause. They had to put it back. They had to give him a refund.
I'm saying I was in his mouth.
Yeah, the tickets was already on sale. What I'm trying to say is, here's the
they gave the bread back.
They gave it back. Fuck trying to get the money. They had to look at the money and say, we can't keep this.
Yeah.
Let's reschedule the event. Half of these niggas would have kept going regardless of the circumstances. As soon as you seen that,
I have no idea the true reasons why they cancel. I'm assuming as a person who has thrown events, and what I'm assuming is that the safety of his patrons or of their patrons.
Well, that's the statement they put out.
I didn't read it.
Yeah, the statement they put out. I read it. Yeah, it was about
and that's beautiful. That they made a very smart decision. You know what I mean? Because like it was going to be 7,000 or it was going to be 15,000 people on Hamilton. No space.
It was like 8 last time. It was going to be 15.
You got drunk niggas from out of town who's like, I ain't about to be here on Monday. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing, though. It wasn't
mixing in with everybody else.
Here's the thing, though. It wasn't going to be on Hamilton, and that's even worse because when you have it as big as it is, you can't have all these little niggas walking.
Wasn't he going to do the Bloomfield Bridge?
Yeah. and after it, that's
way less space. That's way less space.
You can't have all the little, and it was different the last slappers. Like it got as big as it could.
would have been shut down.
They would have leaked up in the little Italy. Like that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they would. Don't mess with they little Italy.
They would have been calling us, running to them, all of them hospitals and shit. Boy, they cannot have that. The city would have never let them throw another event again if all them little niggas would have leaked up into Italy, especially the Garfield ones.
Up at lot 17, going crazy.
Yeah.
So that's what I think it was. They seen the number and they're like,
I seen 3 influencers online talking about they booked flights to come to Slappers and Bangers this week.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's hard. People were coming from out of town.
People was doing that.
And they're going to come for the next one. They're going to come for the next one.
No, we was at Barrel and Flow, man. We met somebody there from Kansas City. Some people come up to us like, yo, I travel here every year for this. I came from Connecticut.
It's the number 1 bear fest.
Yeah, I was like, yo,
my mom was down there looking for y'all. I think she went home. But
oh damn,
she be hype.
Yeah, we was there. I was serving. I was booming and bunking. I was in my bag. I love to serve. I realized I love to collaborate and serve and just see people try it and talk to them.
See what their reaction is.
How did it taste?
So
because I have mine on display.
Right. So for me, the flavor reminds me of. So it don't taste like candy. But it reminds me of, because I used to really like sour candy or like Sour Patches. It kind of reminds me of that mixed with a beer.
Okay.
So it's not like it's candy per se, because it's not sweet or anything. It's just a nice tartness with the beer. So it makes me feel like I'm not drinking beer per se.
It don't have a bad aftertaste.
That's why I drink.
Don't have a bad aftertaste.
That's why I drink Belgium and wheat beer, because it don't make me feel like I'm drinking beer. So when I seen that it was a Belgium wheat beer, I was like, this is just it just keeps getting better. This is crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So and they're not gonna like. So when I was drinking it all day and I didn't get like hammered, you know what I mean? And that's what I like too, because it was like. It was light. It was a 90-something degree day, and I could drink it all day and not feel like shit.
Not feel crazy.
You know what I mean? So it was just like, it was fresh, refreshing.
The color was really good, too. People seem to like it a lot, though. People was coming back. With it. It wasn't too, like, candy
we ran
of a beer.
Out. We ran out.
I know y'all sold out. I heard.
Yeah, it wasn't too candy of
Everybody's
a beer.
mad on my Instagram. I'm like, I don't even know y'all.
Well, no,
I'm
we
getting
ran
harassed all the time.
Oh, so...
Okay, so correction.
Damn, I missed a lot. I missed y'all a lot of money.
No, it's all good. So we do correction. We ran out at the festival for what we brought.
Yeah, what we brought.
However, at CoStar Brewery, there are 4 packs, and I believe there are a couple of kegs. Okay. Yeah, so we lit.
I can send them up there.
Yeah, and it's going to be in a couple different stores soon.
Yeah, we're going to announce what stores they're going to be in.
Yeah.
We got to talk to Dom and them down CoStar.
Before, I did want to get into another topic. Before, I want to talk a little bit about the can, because as you were making it, you were giving me updates on what you were doing.
Yeah.
And the paisley print on here, which most of us hood niggas just call the bandana print.
Yeah, the bandana print.
The bandana
I tried
print.
to be fancy.
No, facts. The bandana print on here, to me, is just a call to black culture in a way that, like, I don't know if people really appreciate it. So I want to get into it. I want to get your perspective on why the paisley and what is actually in it and why'd you do that.
So when I was featured at the Carnegie Children's Museum, when I do my jewelry, right, my brand print is paisley.
Okay.
It's just a blue Crip flag. That's my brand, but it's not because of I'm not a Crip. I'm from Wilkesburg.
Right.
You know, so I remember being at the museum and being kind of embarrassed. I was on all these white people with a paisley bandana Crip tablecloth, and they kept saying, they're like, y'all are shot, but I don't think the white people knew, because they don't know, they don't know. So I wanted to implement me and my signature and y'all stuff because y'all are black. But when y'all said something community driven, I'm like, what's a way that I can not make their can look shot out? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also at the same time, you said community and the CoStar. I looked on their site; they had some yoga stuff going on, and then like holistic people like Paisley and Bandana.
Yeah, they do.
And then like the Latinas,
Bikers,
like
all type of people.
Yeah, everybody, the bikers, country, westerns, cowboy phase we in. So I'm like, you said community. How can I like? So Paisley was perfect.
Yeah, because it does bring people together.
Every culture uses the Paisley bandana. So then if you look in the can, you see the Easter eggs. We're all inspired by like the Arizona Brisk and Mountain Dew cans. So I started like hiding little citrus, like the little citrus lemon peels, and the wheat in there because it's a wheat beer. So you can't really see it. But
we want to put that
just go through there.
The camera right here real quick. The camera real quick.
Yeah. I'll have a shot of that. I'm gonna bring that.
Oh, we getting in focus.
We're gonna figure that out.
We're gonna figure that out.
But I really just appreciated the artwork and like I said, I seen your name on the list, and I was just like,
"Love
you." I'm so happy y'all did. It took me a little longer because, like I said, I had to get high.
Actually, it didn't take you long at all. We just hit you up late because we were kind of going through the motions of like trying to figure out who to use, and I went through the list, but I didn't see you at first, and I knew some of the names on the list, but I didn't really. It didn't just resonate. You know what I mean? And that's not no shot or no shade. It just didn't resonate, and I saw your name on the list, and I was like, that makes sense. And so when we reached out, we only had a few weeks. So you didn't really take long at all. It was just that we reached out a little later than what I wanted to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I mean, it just was fun. Like just being able to be like, oh, I'm about to get high and just draw these little paisleys.
You went clear, like I said, and execution was perfect and everything. Because there's so many times
we look like y'all.
I do.
Hell yeah.
And people at the event was like, let me guess. You the blue man.
Yeah, it's
like,
somebody definitely came up to me like, oh, this lemon you. This lemon is you. I'm going to try this. This lemon is you. I said, oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it was perfect because I used to do like the little illustration stuff, like as a little hustle back in like college and stuff. So it was perfect. It was just, thanks. And then, it was just.
Fire.
I liked it a lot. Like I said, it don't always work like that. There's been so many times we paid for X amount of thing. It could be art, it could be videos or whatever, and stuff don't always come back.
I'm already knowing that.
If it come back at all, I just be sitting there.
If it come back at all,
that was like my third design.
Oh yeah, this one.
That was my third design.
Was done hard too.
Yeah, the other ones were weak. That one was hard.
I want to get into a couple of this or that's.
Okay,
we're gonna get into a couple of this. And so this list is mixed. There's some food stuff on here, some pop culture stuff on here, and there's some like spicy stuff on here. So we're gonna do a couple. There's no time limit. Just throw it out there. The first one is peach cobbler or sweet potato pie.
Ooh, peach cobbler. If you know, where's the camera? If you know, I hate sweet potato pie and yams.
Oh yeah,
that's how to poison me.
Wow. So neither. Oh
no, just peach cobbler.
Peach cobbler. Okay.
Sure.
Wow. What is it for me? I think you know what? I'm not a big sweet person, so I'll take whatever you got. I'll take whatever you got. I don't really eat sweets all like that.
Yeah. No, I definitely like sweet potato pie. I like
sweet
cobbler.
potato pie is fire.
I like them next to each other.
Peach cobbler is like, you don't get peach cobbler enough, so when you get a good peach cobbler, you can't really turn it down. Yeah, you know what I mean? Right. You gotta get it. You gotta get it when the getting is good.
I bet John Eagle get a sweet potato pie right now.
You feel me? Like they ain't got peach cobbler for probably.
They don't.
You know what I mean?
Right now.
Beyonce at Coachella or Michael Jackson at the Super Bowl?
Michael Jackson at the Super Bowl.
Easy.
For sure, easy.
He was trying to pass out.
Easy.
Niggas trying to pass out.
Niggas
trying to pass out. Jerk chicken or oxtail?
Oh, gosh. That's really hard. And I don't think that question's fair. But I'll say oxtail because it's like, I feel like anybody could jerk some chicken, but oxtail, you gotta go to the right grocery store, get some Scotch bonnet. A lot of things you gotta do.
You really gotta know what you're doing to even make the oxtail for real.
So oxtail for sure.
Okay, bet. Lauryn Hill's Miseducation or Erykah Badu's Baduism?
Oh, this is really bad. These questions are not fair. I would say Baduism because I still actively to this day listen to
that. Yeah,
I grew up on Miseducation, but I need Baduism right now.
That's real. Because I would say the same in that. To me, I would always listen to Miseducation, but however, Baduism is more of like a constant flow.
Yeah,
for me,
that's the best way to put it.
I can see that. Kendrick's The Pimp a Butterfly or J. Cole's Forest Hill Drive?
This is really hard. Back then, it would have been Forest Hills Drives, but Kendrick's To Pimp a Butterfly.
Okay.
That shit grew on me
right
too.
now.
This dick ain't free.
Right now.
That shit grew up on me.
Back then, I was like, what the?
Yeah.
Yeah, I swear to God, it take a year or something.
Yeah,
You're like, all right,
the
now I get
cultural
it.
resonance of it. And that's what
funny.
I like when something has multiple stages of appreciation. When it's like when you might not have felt it at first, but then you start to feel it, and then something happens in the world to make it relevant again, and you're like, yo, like this is actually.
That's
like,
how music's been hitting for me lately.
Yeah. Really.
Yeah.
What songs or what music is kind of like coming back?
I was listening this morning to Dear Melancholy by The Weeknd. And like back then it was a good song, but I mean it was a good album, but you really listen to it and it's like, geez, Selena Gomez really took advantage of that man in his prime. He's really crying for it. He has not been the same since. He's been making pop music since.
Yeah, I missed the whole weekend. I was listening.
It's
to
because of
Austin
Selena
the other day.
Gomez.
Like, yeah, man.
Yikes.
Selena Gomez did that.
A relationship will change your whole approach to life.
Change your whole fucking life up.
So yeah, that's been hitting a lot more lately.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. What have I been listening to lately? Lately, I've been listening to a mixed bag. So I make this playlist and I always take stuff off and add stuff on. But the stuff that I've been listening to a lot lately has been Raven Lenae, Brent Faiyaz, and who else is like mainly hitting on my playlist right now? I don't know. I think I just it's a mixed bag. I just want R&B. I want fresh new R&B that feels like R&B right now.
You don't even want to know what I'm listening to. I don't know where I'm at in life. It's hella Pet Shop Boys.
Pet Shop Boys.
West End Girls.
Okay.
West End Town and
I got top in. I don't even know.
80s stuff. Crystal Waters. You just
some 80s vibes.
I'm just rolling my 80s vibe right now.
I think the 80s had great energy.
They did. They didn't
They
care.
had great energy.
They were the most original, even with a lot of rock music and shit. I go in the gym every day and just mess with some of the white dudes and just tell them like, yo, you know Freddie Mercury's the hardest white dude.
He is. My mom.
And they be like, no, the fuck. They start naming Frank Sinatra. I'm like, bro, Freddie Mercury will sing him under the what? But
why does every black person say that?
Yo, Freddie, he's just.
I sent my mom my disco playlist, right? Yeah. I'm like, am I doing good? She said, there's no Freddie Mercury on there.
Yeah,
so no, but it was a black playlist, and I'm like, the fact that my mom told me to still put that white man on there. Yeah. White people and black people don't play about Freddie Mercury.
He won me over by sheer talent. I'm listening to him. I'm like, this is just fucking amazing.
Sometimes there's a white dude who just got to be on like Bobby Caldwell.
Yeah. Or John B in the R&B.
Like you just gotta make it onto the playlist. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's like that. Or Mac Miller.
Yeah,
he's got to make on the
swear to God.
Mac Miller got to be on the playlist.
Mac Miller, the second greatest white rapper of all time.
Like, and that's truly the truth.
Literally,
that's really the truth.
And I'm just talking about him rapping and how he raps. Literally, with no bias. To me, he the second greatest white rapper.
No, he is.
Let me see. Slow dancing or vibing under dim lights. Do you like to dance?
I do.
Yeah.
But it's not. I don't know how to dance. There's a difference. I love to dance, but I
get you.
I'm very Britney Spears in the crib. I'm in my Britney Spears era. I swear.
Spears, right?
Like,
I don't think you need to know how to look like technical dance and enjoy dancing. Like, you know what I mean?
My daughter says it's cringy. That's the only reason
really? Oh wow.
You know kids gonna say that, though. I don't want to see my mom dance till this day. My mom started dancing. I'm like, Mom, come on, Mom.
I think it's that. And then also, like, they grew up in an era of, like, every dance is coordinated. Like, every dance is a dance.
Everything they do is the hips.
Yeah, a lot of hips.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't do all that when I was. My little cousin was trying to get me to do a TikTok.
Are they doing the Pittsburgh? Are these kids doing the Pittsburgh?
It's us.
Yeah,
just still trying to make it relevant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Pittsburgh, they're not doing the Pittsburgh. The first time I remember doing the Pittsburgh was when Goop, go ahead.
I feel like
they songs ain't even built for that no more.
They're not.
The Dream had a whole album that I felt like he came here and made for us.
For real?
I Love You Girl was I made for us.
It's crazy.
All them Dream songs.
That song was made for the Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I swear to God it was.
I love you, girl. I still do that when that song comes on.
Swear to God, it's like made for it. I remember being in Ludic when it came on, and it was like,
Wayne disc?
Yeah, because they keep. Yeah, it
Seriously, and I pray that y'all ain't serious, cause seriously, she's on my dick. I was like, what? I would have sent the crash out.
I'm crashing out.
I'm crashing out.
She said, "Shawty, you should go."
Right.
Like, all up in my head. Now she in my bed.
Yeah, that was a little That's crazy.
I would have sent somebody.
Oh man,
ain't no way.
I'm mad. I'll be mad at that.
But yeah, they're not doing the Pittsburgh no more.
They're not, and I'm sad for them because
That sticks
Pittsburgh
out.
was a time.
When I went to another place and pulled that motherfucker out,
They knew that you was from the bird.
yes, or they was impressed in the
They
trip.
be like,
Either
that
they
shit's
knew-
hard.
Listen, either they knew or they wanted to find out.
Or they wanted to
Or
find
they
out.
wanted to, either they knew or they wanted to find.
The
Because most
first
niggas
time-
don't dance other places like us. That's the one standard.
You will know
Man.
it's crazy.
First.
Let me tell you a story about me and my sister. We were just in Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
And they were playing something, and me and Emotions do this when we go out of town. We say, all right, we're gonna stand in the corner, we're gonna dance and watch it ricochet, and it did. We got it on camera.
Yeah.
Us doing the Pittsburgh. They do like one thing I love about this city is we dance here.
Yeah.
We dance here. Like you can't go somewhere else and they're dancing.
Yeah.
Like,
Niggas just standing around
I didn't know
looking
that.
like-
Yeah, I didn't know that. I remember I danced with a girl from Philly. She's like, our niggas don't be dancing up there. I was like, really?
Oh, I didn't know that either.
I was like, are you serious?
What they be doing?
Dead. Bunch of humping. Niggas be doing extra
Yeah.
humping. Niggas don't know how to know
Extra
rhythm.
humping is
Yeah.
crazy.
Bro,
Extra humping.
Extra humping.
Extra humping.
What I noticed is, bro, there's certain niggas that when they get behind a girl, no
Extra
matter what,
humping
they
is
just in
funny.
mode. There ain't no dancing, there ain't no rhythm. They gonna be daggering for 5 minutes. They don't care about the beat. They don't care about nothing.
That's why they music. Do.
Niggas will grab hip. When I was in Philly, I went to the club with Shorty. Nigga. I'm like, what the?
That's
I
diabolical.
said, I ain't
Oh
doing
my
that.
God, I'm screaming.
Yeah, that's sick. I don't
Swear,
like
you
it.
went
I
right
don't
in there.
like
I'm
it.
like, this is crazy up here, boy.
I don't like it. Honey hot chicken or maple syrup on waffles.
Oh, honey hot chicken.
All right.
For sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, facts.
I don't eat chicken.
I had the hot chicken biscuit this morning before work, boy. I'm telling you, honey
Yeah.
hot chicken biscuit.
Here's a hard
Yeah.
one. Issa Rae's Insecure or Donald Glover's Atlanta.
You want to know something?
You ain't see it? It's okay.
I just seen my first episode of Atlanta 3 days ago.
I mean, I feel like
Where he be
Insecure
like,
was way
search
more.
it up. Search it up.
I feel like Insecure was more popping in a sense, so that makes sense. Like I'm not mad at
Now that I'm looking at it now, though,
Atlanta's hard. Yeah,
Atlanta.
Atlanta's tough.
yeah, Atlanta's hard.
When I went through my Issa Rae Insecure, I still to this day be like, why did I like that?
Insecure was the first, well, not the first.
It was one of the. It was one of its.
Well, no, it was one of his first.
Yeah.
But I mean, for me, like emotionally, it was one of the first shows that I watched that actually gave me anxiety. And I don't know what that was about, but I enjoyed watching it. However, every episode literally gave me
You're right.
anxiety in my chest.
You're right.
Like I would watch
certain shows
like,
you watch for that though. It's just
but
you probably wouldn't expect that one.
But you know what? I don't like when I'm watching action shows. I'm watching post-apocalyptic shit. I don't experience the sensation of anxiety.
To me, that was like a Breaking Bad type thing, where it wasn't like post-apocalyptic, but you know this motherfucker's about to get killed, and it's about to be in the craziest fucking way.
Yeah.
And everybody's so fucking relaxed in the show, but you know any second, like something's about to go down. That's the type of anxiety where you're like Sons of Anarchy. I don't know if you've ever seen Sons of Anarchy. Jax and Gemma at the end, where Gemma had to go. When he was about to hit Gemma, I'm like, yo, is he about to kill his fucking mom? I sat there for 45 minutes like this. Literally, it's full of anxiety, but I was enjoying the show.
Because it was a lot of relationship shit, and I feel like relationship shit is too real.
Yeah, it is.
It's too fucking
It's too
real.
triggering.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
like, yo, this is too real. It's not some post-apocalyptic zombie situation.
Yeah.
These niggas ain't flying on magical bears. Like,
Yeah, there ain't no
this shit is
separation.
too real.
This shit could really
like-
happen to me tomorrow.
Exactly.
My bitch could leave me tomorrow.
You know what I mean?
I'm
sitting
not
watching
trying to watch
oh
this.
my god!
Yeah.
I'm like, nigga, get him off the couch. Nigga, get off the fucking couch. So yeah, that shit hit a little different. I ain't know how to feel about that. Drake's early mixtapes or his current chart toppers?
Early.
Early
Drake's
mixtapes.
early mixtapes.
Let me see. There was one on here. I'm just scrolling through to see if I can find all the good ones that I had on there. Seafood boil or barbecue ribs?
A seafood boil.
Okay.
All baddies like seafood.
I was about to say.
It's like, no,
I was about to say. I knew it.
I'm
I knew
kidding.
it.
That's actually
I don't call myself a baddie.
I was about to say, why are you even asking
true.
her?
That is 100%
I ain't gonna lie. I'm like,
true.
this nigga know the answer to
That
that.
is 100% true.
If she said ribs, I would have been shocked.
That is
Yeah, that would've been really
100% true.
Boy, I done
Really
bought some
sick.
seafood boils.
All
in my
ladies like seafood,
I
and
swear
if they
to
don't
God.
eat it no more, it's the one thing they miss.
Yeah, that's it.
Facts.
Yo, I swear.
Dave Chappelle or Kevin Hart?
Dave Chappelle.
That's my boy.
Kevin Hart is
Chappelle
not
show.
funny.
Chappelle show.
Kevin Hart is not funny.
He's not my
His
cup of tea,
stand-up
but
ain't funny. I think he's
respect
funny
it.
when he's just being him in a room.
Yeah, when he's just like talking to somebody
Yes,
or tweeting
hilarious.
or something,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I get what you mean.
Put a big-ass
His
animal in a room with
everyday
Kevin Hart.
is funnier than his stand-up sometimes.
Yeah.
Dave
Dave
is funnier telling a story, giving a monologue, actually
Well,
presenting
Dave-
something funny
If
for real.
Dave makes his stand-up feel like his everyday. So
Yeah.
we as the audience don't know the difference between Dave on stage and Dave not on stage, because when people talk about Dave, they talk about him as if he's the same whether he's on stage or not.
Yeah,
You
and
know
I
what
say
mean?
like I have a friend who went to go see him, and his interaction was funny with him because he's like, "Oh, we the only niggas in the room," like you know.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like it just seems like he's more
Just like,
authentic.
Yeah, right there. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
right there.
gonna tell a joke about something that's happening right now,
Yeah,
right here.
he's a funny person.
Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing or John Singleton's Poetic Justice?
It's definitely poetic justice because I don't like Spike Lee.
Mm.
As a lead, as a director lead myself, I do
Yeah.
not like Spike Lee.
Mm.
I don't know what it is.
I'm not mad. I mean, everybody got their taste. Everybody got their taste.
Yeah.
Niggas in New York saying he bad luck for the Knicks. I've been seeing.
I
niggas
think
on
so
Twitter.
too.
Get the fuck off the court! Don't come back.
I think so too.
Bad
Yeah.
luck for the Knicks is crazy because he's been
That
at,
might
he
be
been
why
at
I don't
damn near
like him.
every-
Because he's very gay.
He been at every
I
fucking
can't believe they
home game
lost
down there.
last year. I was looking like there ain't no fucking
It
way.
was his fault.
Yikes.
There ain't no way. New York will lose their
Yikes.
mind if the Knicks won. No, the Knicks don't need to win for the sake of the world.
No.
New York is going.
No, they're gonna take over the whole industry. New
Jesus.
York versus
They don't
everybody.
care more than any team up there. They don't care about no team like that up there. I swear.
They don't.
Do you think that you'll stay? Well, do you think that you'll make Pittsburgh a permanent home, or do you find yourself?
No, not a permanent home.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got a 10-year-old now and business and stuff, but right now I
Yeah.
think I'm over it. I gotta go down south, trying to get a waterfront,
Okay.
trying to build a barn-dominium, Mississippi somewhere.
A what? No.
It's like a barn condo.
Oh, okay. A barn-dominium.
Barn-dominium.
I like that.
And you can buy,
Barn-dominium? I learned a
you
new
could
word
buy
today.
them online for $10,000 and just put it on your land.
That's not
build
bad
it.
at
It's
all.
not. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. Get my little waterfront and go down to Mississippi and then I want 8 kids and pay them $8 a day to do the farm while
So
I'm
you gotta
inside
have
chilling.
7 more kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they got to learn how to drive the tractor by 8.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm not gonna
So-
be here.
She said, "I'm not worried." Like, okay, but I definitely know that there's going to be a transition for me in the very near future.
You have anything in mind?
I do. However, I don't want to say it out loud yet on the
Yeah,
pod.
don't.
I do. I very much have something in mind, and I have the reasons and everything in mind. But that's super recent for me. Like I spent years asking myself, where in the world do I want to be at?
Yeah.
I was in Africa. I was in all over the U.S. and I just didn't find a place that I felt like home. But now I understand where I should be at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I'm thankful for that because I would have left already, but there were so many reasons for me to stay. I had to take care of my mom at one point.
Yeah.
And then my grandma. And so, you know, I was just kind of like taking care of family. But now my mom ended up passing. My grandma ended up
I'm
passing.
sorry about your loss.
Thank you. I
Sorry.
appreciate you. But now I don't have anything anchoring me to Pittsburgh.
Get
You
the
know
hell
what I mean?
out.
Like there's nothing. There's not. I mean, I got family here, but they don't need me in the way that they need me. You know what I mean? So it's like now is the time. You
It
know
is
what
the
I mean?
time.
Facts.
It is the time.
Facts.
It's definitely the time.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you're newly in your 30s too, right?
Yeah. I'll take that. I'll take that.
Newly.
Newly.
That was the
Newly,
best
yeah.
way, right?
About the middle.
Yeah,
But that's still
to the middle. I'm
newly.
getting close
But
to the
that's
middle.
newly still,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. No, it is. But at the same
That's the
time,
time,
like, you know, getting into your 30s, you realize every time I get into a new age, I realize like we are still trying to make things happen. And when I look at artists that are in their 50s and 60s, like artists specifically feel like they're in their 20s. Like a 60-year-old artist who's still doing art every day, their energy feels like they're 25.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah,
You
I
know what I
agree.
mean?
I
And
agree.
so I realized
I
that that's just what comes with being an artist and a human being or just a person
of any medium.
I'm
trying to think of that Japanese designer. I was just watching. He's like 50. The flower
He does
guy.
the house. Okay, I thought you told him to do that.
He's super big. He does the flowers with the faces on them. He's like one of the biggest designers.
I know who you talk about.
Yeah, but like just seeing his energy. I know he's like 50 something. Every time I see somebody like him, it's just like, yo, he looks like he's enjoying what he does. So
and that's all I want.
He wouldn't enjoy
That's
this
where I
if
wanna
he
be
was
in
serving
life.
sake somewhere.
When people ask me about my life goals, that's what I want to be able to just be like enjoying whatever the hell I'm doing.
Yeah, just doing
that's
it to the
just
max.
my goal.
That's love. Right
I don't
there.
care if I'm working for sanitation. I want to be just happy at whatever I'm doing. That's the goal.
That's what it got.
That's beautiful.
With that.
And I hope that for you. I wish that for you.
Definitely.
I know we got to wrap up soon, so I'm going to ask you one last thing. What's something that you want to be able to leave as your mark in Pittsburgh and your hometown before you peace out?
Well, ChatGPT says me and my sister are tastemakers.
Okay.
So
I heard.
no, honestly, everything aside from that, I want to be able to just leave behind a legacy, because a lot of the things that I'm doing right now, we did not have.
Okay.
So like, I just want to be able to, leave behind a legacy, and like, kind of like what you did for somebody like me, to be able to be like, oh, she did that, I could do that.
Yeah.
So just like the opening just vibrational paths for like the younger, the youth. That's really what I want to leave behind.
Beautiful.
Just that open mindedness. I think that some of these resources that we have today would have changed my life if I had them, if when I was a kid. So that's just, I feel like, just being able to change somebody's vibrational path.
Absolutely.
Paying it forward.
Yeah, paying it forward. There you go.
I love that. So you want to pay it forward. That's a great thing to do, right?
Yeah, that's
some
that's
inspiration.
always the goal, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Can't leave behind much, so you might as well do that,
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate y'all for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, this shit
guys.
went quick, man. It's crazy. Too fast.
I know, right? Check out Paylee on. I'm gonna post all the socials up here. Make sure that you tap in and just follow the journey, because I'm sure that there's going to be some things that really wow us all and that we'll be able to appreciate. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean? Make sure that you go down to CoStar Brewery and get our beer that we collab with CoStar and Paylee on the art. Man, the beer is fire. So go buy it.
Beer is definitely fire.
Even if you don't drink beer, is black people, we help make the beer. I seen the video. We was in there for sweat equity. Like
we was mixing shit out on the ladder.
We was in there
spilling
like
shit.
almost busting my ass.
There's a lot of science.
So go ahead and grab some.
And you said
beer,
commissions
man.
is closed right now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
They
Commissions
closed,
right
nigga.
now.
They closed. Don't fucking hit her up.
If you want to see some art, get the
They
fucking
closed.
beer.
Go to the fucking
Yeah,
museum.
there you go.
All right, man. Thank you for coming on to the Lum Lal Show. We'll catch you next time.
Thanks,
Stay safe.
guys.
Deuces.